Okay. So, Quasar is really happy to have you today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, let's tell me a little bit about your story. What personal experience or belief led you to build Answer AI at
Yeah,
first?
so absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Bao, and thank you so much for this. So I started my first, startup at the age of 17,
Hmm.
and I built a social networking website inspired by Mark Zuckerberg, uh, which led to an acquisition of 1 million users on the platform. Although I had to shut it down because I did not have any capital to scale my server. And then launched another startup called Qubit app, which was funded by an IT service business. It got acquired in 2016, and I did multiple more startups after that as well, and then was running an IT service company after working in uh, consulting for government of India. And in 2023 I came to Babson. So I started Answer because of a personal problem. So I am an avid user of AI tools, and I was using ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, all these tools, and I was like, why do I have to toggle between these tabs? Why can't I just compare my answers with ChatGPT, OpenAI, and ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini? So I was, I am, uh, I come from a very hardcore tech background because I did my bachelor's in computer science, and as I mentioned, I ran multiple tech companies.
Hmm.
So I built it in the span of 3 months, and that's how Answer uh, you know, uh, was launched because of a personal problem. So yeah.
Wow. So I love this strategy at first when I come to Answer AI, and it has like everything in one. And
Mhm.
yeah, I really love it. And Answer AI has I use Answer AI a lot actually.
Thank you
So
so much.
perfect. So, if you had to define the core mission of your company, which is Answer AI in one sentence, what would it be?
So it would be an AI suit for education because our target is education.
Hmm.
And when I say education, I mean the s- the faculty, the students,
Hmm.
because our users are college kids studying, let's say, then in undergrads, grads. And I see a lot of traction from very young people. So basically they're in high school, right? So these are our core users. But I believe that we have since we are building for education, we are building tools for faculties, we are building tools for administration as well. So yeah, I mean, I would say AI suit for education.
Perfect. And totally. So you've said a lot about education. So I just want to ask, when you were in school, what did you wish learning feel like? And has that wish shaped your work today?
If I was in school, what would I learn now? I think if I was in school and I had these AI tools, I think my life would have been more easier, and I think I would have gotten so much more information,
Hmm.
because of the curiosity I had, and I did not have like a personal assistant or an AI tool to just question and get the answer. So
Just do
if
it
I
yourself.
wasn't, yeah, if I was in school, I would love to have AI, and yeah.
Yeah, that's aligns perfectly. I mean, at about time has passed and we all wish like today technology and AI, it's been so increasing and it hasn't been, increased anything before that. So I really feel you about that. And yeah, let's talk deep dive in more about AI learning. So as you said, and as I observe, AI really resonated with learning. right now in this society. So, how do you see AI not just replacing but changing the human learning?
Yeah, I think I mean it's a paradoxical question. So I think
Mm-hmm.
AI might replace or AI will uh, boost people's productivity. I think the latter is more possible,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I think yeah, and in terms of the vast, I would say there's a rapid
Mm-hmm.
evolution of tools and everything, right? So I think it will down the line only enable people with more access to information, enable people to do more. And I mean, I'm 100% sure that AI will produce at least at least 100 million new jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
every industry is being, I would say, disrupted by AI,
yeah,
right?
right.
So I think more and more jobs will be created. I can understand the time right now is pretty hard in terms of what's happening with AI, and how people are losing their jobs. But I think it will only help in the it will start helping in the very near future, and it will only enable. It will not. I mean, we will not live in a dystopian world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lovely. So, can you share a little bit about a moment when you saw your product or your ideal? Right here is Answer AI actually change how someone have learned.
Absolutely. I mean, so we partnered with Babson College as one of our pilot, in one of our pilot programs, right? And exams were given by answer, right? So the moment when people were giving the exams, I was in that space, and I was understanding how people are using answer as an AI tool to help them give their exams, right? So they were using all sort of prompts, all sort of comparison techniques that answer provides, and the knowledge base capability that answer has. So I think it was really amazing to see your product come to life and be a valuable uh, companion with the students giving the exam. So yeah, that was a lovely moment. And I mean, I would say, I mean, it's a big claim, but I would say 80% people use the answer within the class,
Mm-hmm.
and they almost did 100,000 queries in just one semester. So I think I think that's a good milestone to have in terms of usage.
Definitely, it's a big milestone to me
Yeah.
when your products firstly can bring value to the society, and secondly, you can bring it into, let's say, education here.
Yeah.
It's really meaningful as well.
Yeah.
So, talking a little bit about ethical line. Because as you see, AI nowadays in education, it's quite a challenge, like a challenging thing to put into education because some students will mistakenly use it as a tool to cheat, let's say to do an ethical thing. So, in your opinion, where you draw the ethical line with AI in education? And what are the specific red flags we all should watch out?
I think I would not say a red flag or unethical or ethical. I think everyone should use AI. Every student should use AI, right? Uh, and professors should be very encouraging of, professors or the administration of the education institute should be very encouraging of the, students to use AI, because it helps them. Uh, it helps them to get things done faster. It helps them to learn more about AI, because in the next 10 years, people will use AI like a commodity, right?
Mhm.
So if more and more people use AI in their everyday lives, they will develop skills to to be prepared for the next set of jobs that are going to come along, right? And we have been working with professors to mitigate the risk of the red flags that you mentioned. And I think it will all boil down to how a student is asking a question. Like, what
Mm.
is the quality of the prompt, right? If the
Yeah.
quality is better, it would help the student as well in terms of critical thinking, and it would also help the professors to understand how their students are utilizing AI, right?
Mm.
And we've been working with, as I said, we've been working with some professors to develop a few AI tools. We are building a a AI grading tool as well, and at the same time, we're executing on the learning province
Mm.
platform, basically understanding how everyone is using AI. It is not surveillance. It is uh, is just to understand how how everyone is using AI, and how it can be used in a more robust way to increase the
Mm.
skills of the students to be prepared for the next set of jobs.
Mm.
Having mentioned that, we have also released a platform called connect.answer.ai, where we have built a single endpoint of all the AI models. So basically, with just one endpoint, you can access OpenAI, you can access Anthropic, you can access Gemini APIs. So, students and faculties can use the Answers API to build agents, to build AI tutors, to build any AI tool that they want. So, yeah.
Wow, that's really lovely. Thank you for your opinion. And yeah, I really love the takeaway piece is that Answer AI has the API agents who can you know we can take use of it, take use of the agent to do almost everything, or not in education but in life as well. That's really yeah, I think to really have to think about it. And a little bit about your reflections. So I know being as a founder has many jobs to do. This is not just one task, but you have to be involved in many tasks. And just being a founder is really, a thing that not everyone can do it. But what's been your biggest mindset shift since launching your company?
I think our core focus has been on the users that we have. We have been talking to our users and understanding their feedback,
Hmm.
taking their feedback, and then trying to get that feedback into action for the users, so that it adds more value to how they are utilizing the platform. And the other thing I have noticed is that the the comparison feature that we have, or the option that we have, is the most used, because people use that feature to just compare their answers with with all these AI models. Like, I was seeing this user in a particular class in Babson when I was doing a pilot.
Hmm.
She was checking every answer with every AI model, like
Hmm.
on the platform. So basically, not every AI model is perfect, because every AI model has their own strengths and weaknesses. So I think, reflecting on that point, that users are using the comparison feature in a very impactful way, and they're using it very much. So yeah.
Hmm. Wow. Yeah, that's really nice. Even to me, if I'm a student, I always like look for different possible answers from
Yeah.
different one because like we have a lot of like AI, not just ChatGPT right now. We
Yeah.
have Claude, we have Grok, we have like everything. And for me, I also wonder like how it was. And Answer AI did a really great job in, comparing all the sources, all the AI models together, and pick out the most effective answers after all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. So, um, about your journey with Answer AI, is there a failure or what can I say, an experiment that taught you more than a success ever could?
I mean, absolutely. Every founder has failures.
Yeah.
So I think when I started, I had a very different vision. I wanted to build an AI workspace for everyone, but as I learned, kept on learning everyday analytics, I understood that my core customer is the user, my core customer is the faculty, and my core customer is the administration of an education institute, right? So we are more focused, we are specifically focused on education. And that's the one thing I've learned that don't go for everyone because then you will not be valuable for anyone. So I think our core focus on the education space with the undergrad and and the higher ed. I think that is something learned, and that is something we're actually trying to make it work for these educational institutes, including professors, kids studying in college, and that administration as well.
Nice, nice. Thank you for your, sharing about that. And if you have one advice for someone who are building tech or building startups for educational today, what one advice would you give to them as a founder?
Yeah, I think I would the advice I would give them is talk to your customer, and your customer in the education space is the faculty, is the is the student using the platform, and is the administration that you're going to talk to in order to understand their problems and then solve for it.
Nice, really nice. I mean, you have talked a lot about like students, and I think all the platforms and also you are really student centered. You always care about, what student think and the customer feedback and everything.
Yeah,
And yeah, after all, thank you for your all your answers and your advices. And just to wrap up a little bit about this interview, so what's one book or quotes or a principle that guided you on this journey so far?
that's hard.
Yeah, that's an open-ended question.
Uh, I mean, the problem is I don't read too many books,
Hmm.
but I think
So,
there's one quote which has stuck with me for forever. I don't think I think Elon Musk said it, but he said it in a very different way. But it's like, don't give up, be dead instead. So
mm,
you should not give up on what you're doing, and if it's impactful, you should not give up at all, and keep trying, and things will work out.
well, thank you. That's lovely. That's lovely. So this last question. I just want to ask you, so we can wrap up this one. So, where can people find you, or how can they support what you're building right now?
Absolutely. So people can find me on LinkedIn. I will send you my LinkedIn ID.
Mhm.
If you can post it there, that would be
Yeah, just
very.
for the audience, yeah.
And then people can also find us on answer.ai, answerr.ai. And please use the platform, and please give us as many feedbacks as you can so that we can keep on improving and keep on creating value for you. And yeah, that's the two places I'm active. I'm not active on X a lot. I mean, I am active. I'm a silent browser, but I'll start being very active on X starting next month. So
Of course, of course. Yeah, we will update all the informations of you. on the reels on the YouTube as well for people to know. And
Mhm.
yeah, thank you, Kaiser, again for this opportunity. It's really been nice talking with you, and we go all through the questions smoothly. So yeah, looking forward to seeing you or seeing the Answer AI journey,
Mhm.
go longer in the future. Yeah, and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Bao, and thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for being so patient with me as well.
Yeah,
And
no problem, no problem. You did really well.
yeah,
Yeah, I
thank you
have
so
no
much.
comment there.
Yeah,
Perfect. Thank you a lot.
thank you so much, Bao.